Okay, you know how I was supposed to write tips for every anomaly? Well, I just can't. I can't. You want tips? Go watch Jeef's video. This is a rant video. You can call me salty, but I just gotta get this off my chest. Because anomalies are the worst. Just the absolute worst thing they've done for the game, aside from perks costing real money. In a world where there's a million games that you can play, it's no-brainer to keep players interested. So I understand why Blizzard does things like Dark Moon Fair Price, Buddies, Quests, even Diablo. Anomaly should be no different, right? Every game is different. There's new rules to follow and unique ways to play. One game you got triple the gold and have to make a warband each turn. Another game you got triples only needing 2 copies and it rewards you with coins. Maybe for the bored veteran or players who just want to play casually, they will enjoy this. But ultimately, I think this is something that has hurt the game for this season. Having new events for the game is important. It keeps things fresh. That's what the previous game modes did. However, with every game being different, you got too much information overload, ruining evergreen strategies, and being difficult to teach. There are, at the time of the writing for this video, 50 anomalies. Let's pretend that some of the anomalies have similar strategies or do not delve that differently from other anomalies. You know, like Fortitude of Khaz'garath or Might of blah blah blah. You just gotta pay attention to your left and rightmost minions. Let's say a quarter of these anomalies are simple like those. You still got 37 anomalies that have unique strategies. If your intention is to climb the ladder and get high MMR, then you got so much to consider. You have to remember the anomalies and their strategy. Remember the buddies and what tier they're at. Remember the quests. Remember the Dark Moon Fair Prize and what tier they're at. And remember the tier 7 cards. All of this while still trying to remember the past stuff like hero powers, builds, and leveling curves. Hero selection has now become much more difficult now because some heroes are just flat out bad in certain anomalies. Mid-game is already the most difficult part of the game. If you see my mid-game video, then you should know that I ask 10 questions every game. What cards am I looking for? What is my opponent doing? And yada yada. But now with anomalies that give me a bunch of gold, make minions cheaper, or need me to consider Dark Moon Fair prizes, I now have much more to consider in the mid-game. But I can handle it, that's fine. But I know not everybody can. It's too much. Everything you knew from past metas no longer apply. You have to learn the new leveling curves and unique builds, and distinguish what cards to buy for your specific anomaly. All while trying to play the game fast because Blizzard refuses to give you longer turns or have a reconnect add-on. Now, I need an answer to a question I have. How exactly am I supposed to coach anyone in this game? Despite what I said, there are still players who are trying to get into the game, there are players coming back into the game, and there are also players trying to figure out how to play this game like the top players. I honestly feel bad for them, because right now it's an incredibly tough time to learn how to play the game. If you know anything about me, I have been coaching people in this game for quite a long time. A common question I get asked is, how do you remember this or that? And the answer always comes down to repetition by playing the game numerous hours into the day. Now, multiply the number of things you gotta remember by tenfold. As I previously said, you have to remember hero powers, leveling curves, buddies, quests, anomalies, Dark Moon Fair prizes, builds, minions. It's all too much. And honestly, what is the point when it all goes away? Sure, it may come back a year from now, but it feels pointless to teach when the game is constantly changing. If I make a video now, it could be outdated because they may remove or change anomalies. Whatever I teach to little Timmy here won't apply not even 3 months down the line. I had a coaching session where I was trying to teach somebody to play the game. As in, they only just started and have no idea how to play the game at all. I can't go through all the anomalies and expect them to completely understand me, so I teach them the basics such as leveling curves, early game, and minion synergy. And then suddenly that gets thrown out the window because we get a game of prudence of whatever the heck. Even if I do teach them this anomaly, do you really think it's worth their money and time if they may never see this anomaly for a week? I can only do so much, and the addition of anomalies is really hurting their ability to retain information and learn how to play this game. Battlegrounds is already a very daunting game. I keep repeating myself, but you have to remember a lot when playing. Since the game is on a time limit, you can't spend your entire turn reading every card. When a player starts the game, their first instinct is to buy cards related to the ones that they already purchased. If you have a mech, you buy mechs. It helps them digest things better. Adding anomalies confuses them, makes them unsure what path to go to. And I know you do not force tribes when you play. That's one of the first pieces of advice you always hear. But there is a reason why mid-game is the most difficult part of the game. More gold, more minions, and more decisions to make. Anomalies throw you in the middle of that before you can even figure out what's going on. This isn't even scratching the surface on concepts such as tempo build, value build, power leveling, staying behind a tier, and other unique strategies. Anomalies have been a complete failure when it comes to being accessible, and I think the dwindling player numbers are reflective of that. I didn't even mention the balancing issues with how anomalies are not balanced around hero powers, minions, or armor. It sure took them a while to figure out that demons do not work in Big League. Oh well, maybe you think otherwise. Please tell me what you think and how you feel about anomalies. I know many of you like them, and that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I just can't enjoy them. I definitely won't miss them when they go away, and I definitely will not look forward to them when they return. Thank you all for watching. Again, don't expect an anomalies tips video. I'm going for the evergreen. See you all next time, and hope to see you all climb.